What if Deku was Killer Sen? Okay, I just realized something. When I killed Bakugo, I just realized about my other ship that I want to do. But I'm too lazy and I already go with this part of the way. So, screw it, let's just begin. So, in the last time, Bakugo was killed, but he have more time. No, he has time to give one for all to Kendo. So, and he told Izuku about him being transported back to the past. Somehow, I don't know. Let's just begin. So, Izuku and Kendo go sleeping together in a room, wearing cat pajama because Izuku having a spare for when Kendo come to sleep over. But anyway, in the morning, Izuku wake up and he hear a doorbell. And when he go there, he see Omai and Mr. Aizawa. And he say, Mr. Aizawa, Omai, what are you doing here? Well, Omai and Mr. Aizawa look at Izuku, dumbfounded. And Izuku was confused why they dumbfounded. And Izuku realized, oh crap. Well, crap. He look, he's still wearing the cat pajama. And Izuku say, and Aizawa say, huh, where did you get it? I think I should get one. And Izuku say, I go to the mall buying this for Kendo and me. And then Kendo coming out was still sleepy. And Aizawa and All Might seeing this and say, Yamidoriya. No. All Might say, Yamidoriya. And Izuku say, chillax. No, he say, relax. We just sleep. We don't do any over 18 stuff, okay? And All Might say, great. It's going to be weird if you somehow young Kendo getting pregnant. No, young Isuka getting pregnant. And Izuku say, I will do that when we already graduate. And Kendo's stomach gets weak after hearing that and say, what? What? And Izuku say, you hear me? I will marry you in the future. And I settled it already. And Kendo getting frustrated and blushes red. And he go in the room and say, Baka! No, running to the room and shouting Baka at Izuku. And Izuku is starting to giggle up. No, starting to chuckle and say, so why are you guys here? And All Might say, you see, we want to give you... No, he say, well, you see, Mr. Nezu will create a dorm system for the student. And we want your father approval to let you stay there. Night, midnight already give Kendo the approval. And Izuku say, huh, really? Wait, let me call my father. And Omai say, is he not here? And Izuku explained that his father is working overseas for a few months. So he will not be here. And Omai say, is that so? This would be little bit tricky if we don't have this to sign on of Hisashi. And Izuku say, oh really? I think I have an idea. But first let me call my father. Izuku called his father and Hisashi take the call and say, Izuku, what is it? And Izuku explained about the dorm system. And Hisashi say, I'm fine with you go stay at the school. But do you need should you need a sign of the parent or a guardian? And Izuku say yeah. And Hisashi say, so how am I going to sign it? If you send me a letter, it would take a few weeks. And Izuku say, I have an idea. And Izuku say, Dad, can you please show me your location? And Hisashi was confused, but he showed his location in the phone. And Izuku say, okay, come on, grab on me. Please, put your hand on my shoulder. So Oma and Aizawa doing that. And then they vanish. And he is and Hisashi still on his phone. But when he look beside him, he see Izuku, Oma and Mr. Aizawa and say Hisashi say, how? And Izuku say, you know right, I can use shortcut. And Hisashi just say, oh yeah. And Hisashi say, wait, but isn't using your power shortcut make you take a lot of stamina? And Izuku say, yeah. So let me lay down for a moment. Izuku sit beside. Let Let me say this. They are inside of Hisashi apartment for a month. That Hisashi stay for a month. Izuku go to the couch and lay there. And then Aizawa and All Might was in shock to see that Izuku can do such thing. And Hisashi started to laugh and say, that kid never always impressed me with something that out of this world. And then he looked at All Might and Mr. Aizawa and say, so where do I need to sign it? And All Might and Mr. Aizawa give the paper and Hisashi signed it. And then when Izuku wake up, he says, so are you guys ready to go? And Izuku and Oma and Mr. Aizawa say, yeah. So Izuku teleport them back to Izuku apartment and say, okay, good luck with the other. And Oma and Mr. Aizawa say, yeah. So they start the movie. And then Izuku go inside of his house and say, so, and see Kendo it on the couch. And Izuku say, hey Kendo. And he go. And Kendo say, oh Izuku, where did you go? And I think I say Izuku father have to stay at America for a month, if I remember. If not, let's go with America. Izuku say to America, and Kendo say, wait, what? And Izuku explained that I have to how sign. I have no. If, let me explain this. He say I have to go to America to have my father sign a paper for me to go to stay at UA in the dorm. And Kendo say, oh yeah, Midnight just texted me about that. And Izuku say, huh, is that so? And then Kendo phone ringing and Kendo look and it was midnight and the text say, oh Kendo, by the way, you will have a special dorm as well as you Izuku. And no, and as well for Izuku too. Izuku seeing that as well and say, what does she mean by that? And Kendo texting to Midnight and say, what do you mean by that? And Midnight say, you will see. Just get your stuff ready. Okay, in this few weeks. A few weeks has passed, and then when they all go to the dormitory system, so half of them is blooming, and it's good know why because of Bakugo passed away, and then Kirishima say, "I hope Bakugo bro is good, happy in the in those place in up there, and inside of Izuku. I hope same after all. If he inside one for all, his somewhat of his consciousness inside of one for all. That means he already died. So Izuku go. Everyone go inside of the inside of the dorm and look around. And when Izuku tried to find his dorm where he stay, he was he go with Kendo, and when they go to the same dorm, and they was confused, and they look to each other key to see the dorm, the number for their dorm is the same, and they was confused and asked Mr. Aizawa, and Izuku look. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. Izuku look beside it and see that the wait again. Sorry, I have to think of the word I need to use. The the dorm that they have to stay is actually further than each other dorm, and he was confused. Why is it? And he go to Mr. Aizawa and ask Mr. Aizawa, why me and Kendo getting the same key? And Mr. Aizawa's no, the other student hearing that as well. And Mr. Aizawa say, oh, let me show you. So the student follow Mr. Aizawa as well, with Izuku and Kendo is behind him. No, beside him. Mr. Aizawa opened the door and go in there, and Izuku and Kendo and the other student go as well, and they was in shock to see the dorm is both Izuku and the dorm that Izuku and Kendo should stay is bigger than the usual one. And Izuku say, wait, isn't me or this place is quite more bigger than it should be? And Ida say, yeah, my dorm room is not as big as this. Kaminari and Kirishima say, yeah, same. And Izawa explained that it's because Izuku and Kendo is like a a grandson of Fronezu and the other, or a nephew or a niece for the other teacher as well. So we decide, and both of Kendo and Izuku is already a couple, so we decide to give them a special one. And the other student understanding this, and Izuku say, wait, are you kidding me? We will stay in here? While blushing. And Aizawa say, what? Both of you already sleep together. And the other student hearing that, and Kaminari and Zero go to Izuku and say, wait, what? What do you mean by what does he mean by that? Tell me! Tell me! And Izuku glare at them and say, and no, Kaminari and Zero immediately stay back, walk backward and say, okay, sorry. And Izuku explained, we just sleep together. Doesn't mean we do that such thing. We're still young for that. And Kaminari asks, wait, Izuku, do you ever, you know, bust? And Izuku say, what the hell is that? What the hell is that word even mean? And the other students say, oh my god, he's pure. Sorry, I have to do that joke. But anyway, the other students make their room and do it normally. And do the competition. And when it comes to Izuku at the candle room, they look to see Izuku room have a kitchen as well. Like Sato, a portable kitchen, and a microwave and an oven. And lots of cutlery. Cutlery. I cannot say that word. And when they go to Izuku's bedroom, they see that Izuku's room is quite normal, but it's quite clean. And they see Izuku having a guitar as well. And when they go to Kendo room, they see Kendo room is quite cute with a big teddy bear. And asks, where did you get that big teddy bear? And Kendo say, well, Izuku kinda buy it for me for my, I think 13th birthday. And the other girls were quite jealous to know that Izuku before even dating Kendo already give Kendo such present. Say now sometimes we wish that Midoriya is still single. And Kendo say, he's mine, don't even try. And the girls say started to laugh and say, yeah, we know. So it's a few weeks after what happened, and they started to train, and it's time for the hero license exam. So everyone go do the same. And when the other student come to greet them, the guy that looked like Deku but with a black hair try to shake. He think of something stupid. He think that how about provoking Izuku. So he kissed Kendo hand, and Izuku seeing that, and the the other student say, well, he dead. And Kaminari say, you just dig your own grave. And the guy say, wait, what? And he look at Izuku and see that Izuku having a release such deadly aura, killing intense to that guy and say, you better wish you don't see me. And he starting to sweat up like bullets. And say, what? Well, I gonna die. So they starting the exam. And Izuku told everyone to stay together. And they stay. And when Toroki tried to leave, Izuku say, don't even do something stupid, Toroki. Don't be cocky. Or do you want me to sabotage you? To sabotage you from being a hero? And Toroki say, you wouldn't do that, right? And Izuku say, wanna bet? And Toroki say, nope. So Todoroki stay with them. And when the other student try to attack them, Izuku immediately may spread his wing and using the force of the wing make the other ball flying back to the other student. The guy that having a earthquake quirk using the quirk on them. But then and separate all the students and Izuku say, damn it. And Izuku look at that guy and say, "You better wish. You better pray for mercy, because I will give you one of a hell of the beating." And the guy said, "Well, crap." Izuku, using his ball, using telekinesis, hit the guy, but not at the point, at the target. He hit the part that doesn't close to the target at all, using his own telekinesis to hurt that guy. And then when the guy lay on the ground, he immediately shoot the ball at the point, at the target, at the guy with a high speed, not only hitting it, but also breaking the target as well. And he say, one, one to, or it with one, two to go. Izuku fly around, and then he go found Inasa, the guy with a wing quirk, and say, "So you Inasa, right? From Shiketsu?" And Inasa look and say, "Oh, you that guy from the who destroyed that villain, aren't you? You're really cool." And Izuku say, "Thank you." And so Izuku fly around, and he see one of his classmates. No, he see Toroki about to be attacked, but Izuku save him by knocking one out who almost attacked his. You know what? Let's say the one that can make the object bigger. Izuku hit that guy and knock him out and getting the point, so he passed the first round. And by helping it, he will also help Toroki by the passing it. And let's say, I forgot to say this. Omai already found out about Kendo being the next successor, and that means Kendo the 10th successor of One for All. But was in shock. He thought that One for All is gone forever, and so he helped Kendo training, but mostly Izuku who helped him training because, let's be honest, Omai is quite a bad teacher. Good hero, but bad at being a teacher. So, anyway, Kendo win, like, everyone passed, like in the canon. So, the next match, everyone go training for the attack. For. No. Everyone go to the next part of this training and saving a lot of civilians. And thanks to Izuku, he using his own telekinesis to grab all of the rubble around the place, and he compressed all of the rubble into one giant boulder and put it far away from the civilian and say, "Go fight any civilian out there. I will using my I will fly up in the sky and then use it to see where the other civilian is." So everyone do follow Izuku, and they see Izuku. The boy is quite good at giving a direction, like a leader itself. And then the gang Orca come and try to be a villain and try to attack the civilian and the other hero. Izuku say, "Shoto, try to stop them. I will go try to find the other civilian." And Shoto do that. with Inasa doing the same stuff in the cannon, and Izuku seeing this and say, "Why are they so stubborn?" Izuku say, "If you don't want to be a hero, stop stop fighting and do your task. No, stop fighting and work together. Or do you want to die? If this happen in the real life, you will not survive at all." Inasa and Toroki hear that and they admit it. So they work together and make a big fire tornado, making the King Orca dehydrated, and Izuku fly and punch King Orca. King Orca stop the punch, and then the bear finish, and Kendo save the last civilian. And when the fight over, Izuku fly away from King Orca. King Orca somewhat terrified of Izuku coming at him with a high speed and tried to punch him. And Gyorka looked at the bracelet that used to somewhat restrain the hero for using their full power. But he looked to the restraint to see it's cracked, and then it shattered away from out of Georka's wrist of his hand, and Georka terrified more of what the boy can do. Everyone passed, and the one who not passed, unincluded Bakugo, except for Bakugo because he already, you know what? Anyway, and all of that, and they have the second chance to do it again. But let's go with Izuku. Izuku at the night. At night, Izuku was low to the sky, and he cannot call him and say, "Izuku, can we walk around?" And Izuku say, "Yeah, sure." So they walk in the night alone. But then, and they go to ground beta, and Izuku was confused. Why Kendo bring him here? And Izuku and Kendo say, "Izuku, remember when we fight? When you were a monster and I was a demon ghost?" And Izuku started to chuckle and say, "Yeah." And Izuku understanding this and say, "So, you want to fight, huh?" And Kendo smirk and say, "Yeah. And if I win, you have to do something for me." And Izuku say, "Sure." So they fight, and using one for all. Let's say Kendo can using 50, and Izuku using his divine. I don't know what to call his quirk. Divine light and darkness. Let's just call it that. Divine light and darkness power and fight. Izuku dodge all of Chara attack. And let me remember. Chara can summon a knife, can make a quite a strong blow of attack by compressing all of his energy of his soul to his arm to making a blast attack, and combined with one for all its power more deadlier. So they fight, and they doing it almost an hour now. And almost seeing this and using the knife, Izuku and Kendo even fight using a knife as well. Close combat, long range attack, a lot of stuff. But then, Kendo, using 60% of one for all, punch Izuku in mid-air because Izuku flying, punch Izuku mid-air, sending him flying the ground. And then he stand on top of Izuku, putting a knife in front of Izuku's face and say, I win, surrender. No, she says surrender. And you already know, I already do victory. The victor here. And Izuku say, huh, fine. And Omai clap his hand and say, that was amazing, you two. And Izuku look and say, Omai? And Omai say, yeah, I was surprised to see you two so strong, but that was amazing performance. I'm proud of you too. But you should not do that. And Kendo say, yeah, I know. Sorry, Omai. And he's and Omai say, don't worry. But you better wish that Mr. Aizawa will show mercy for you too. And Izuku say, yeah. And when they go back, Mr. Aizawa scold both of them and said that they two, both of them, will not is as what is it? Will stay here grounded for 6 days, for 2 days. What is the word? Expel? No. Wait a second. You guys know the word. I don't remember at all what is the word. The word called. But anyway, Izuku and Kendo was have a house arrest for 2 days. So and Izuku sighed. And when the other students found out, they started to laugh. And Izuku glared at them and say, do you want to have a bad time? When Kaminari and Zero said, nope, 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 no. Sorry, boss. Sorry, your highness. Please don't kill us. And so they go do the stuff. Izuku and Kendo clean the dorm. And Kendo say, hey Izuku, remember about our promise? About our deal? And Izuku say, oh yeah. So what is it? Kendo say, well I know you say you want to do it with me when we are legal, but can you do it with me now? And Izuku was confused. And then he blushed with realization and said, wait, you want to do it right now? While blushing red, and Kendo said, not. And Izuku take a deep breath and say, fine. And then both of them go to their dorm. And they see, and Izuku asks, so why all of a sudden? And Kendo explained that when he go to part of his room, he see a box of protection. And Izuku think, midnight, why? Because he know that was midnight. Because midnight adopt Kendo as her own daughter. And midnight Izuku think, if it is your plan to have a grandchild, it's really bad in his mind. And Izuku say, fine, let's do it. So both of them take off their clothes. And Kendo see Izuku divine judgment sword while blushing red and say, are you ready? And let's say Izuku divine judgment sword is 4 inches. Yeah, 14 inches. So they doing it. And Kendo is, you know what? And Izuku do the same thing as well. And yada yada yada. He busts it and while still wearing the protection stuff. It's a Kendo. Inside Kendo. And it's do it all day until the other students get back, and so they stop. And let's say Kendo cannot stand properly, so and Izuku have to carry her. So when the other student come, Izuku is carrying. They see Izuku carrying Kendo, and the girl asks, "Izuku, why are you carrying Kendo?" And Izuku say, "Kendo cannot walk properly." And Bobo Mina say, "Wait, do you tell me that you two already?" And Izuku with blushing red say, "Yeah, we did it." And Ida say, "Midora, why you did such thing? It's not a proper thing to do for a UA student to do, you know." And Izuku said, "Yeah, I know, but I lost in our deal, so I have to do it." And the girl looked at Kendo with a smile, and Kendo is smiling at them and say, "I thought, wait, I thought who the top and who the bottom?" And Izuku say, "I on the top for a moment, but then Kendo and then be back." And they say, "Wait," Mida say, "Wait, how many did you do? How many round did you to do?" And Kendo say, "I stopped counting after 10." And the girl was in shock. With the guy is somewhat jealous and say, praising Izuku say, "Good job, dude." And Kaminari and Zero say, "Why? How is he a total astronaut? A cute girlfriend, not only that, even lay." And Izuku say, "Because I'm not a pervert like you two." And Kaminari and Zero say, "Hey!" with the other laughing. So I will end it right here. If you like it, please subscribe and leave a like. See ya. Bye bye. We will